let's talk about a working document. Okay, we gotta understand one thing. Any person with a plan has better chances of success than any person without a plan. Is that simple to understand? Let me explain it in a different way. Any of you here knows our friend Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett, everybody knows Warren Buffett? Good. Warren Buffett said the following: any person, if you take two people, one smart person and one average person, if the average person has a plan and the smart person doesn't have a plan, guess who's going to succeed? The average person. The average person will result in better options. He will do more with a plan than the very intelligent person who doesn't have a plan. So that being said, we're going to have to look at plans as a working document. A working document that outlines, that has outlines that are step by step required to get to, your objective. So I'll give you guys an example. Let's say, for example, you decide to go from Montreal all the way to Miami. Okay, so that's the plan. The plan is to go from Montreal to Miami. If the plan is to go to Miami, do we have choices after that? Do we have steps? And the answer is yes. Can we take the plane? Well, not these days. We can't really take the plane. But normally, can we take the plane? Yeah. Can we take the train? Yeah. Can we take a car? Yeah. Can we take a bicycle? How about motorcycle? How about walking? Yeah. So as you guys see, if you decide to get to somewhere, which is your plan, then you need to decide the tools that you're going to use to get to that objective, which is going to Miami. So then you have to choose, do I go through walking, bicycle, motorcycle, car, plane, train? Okay, so there are choices. These choices that you make are the tools that you're going to use. And once you decide to take a tool, so let's say, for example, you decide, say what? I'm going to take the plane because I want to get there fast. Well, then you got to budget for the money. It's going to take money to buy the airline ticket, right? You're going to have to budget another budget to go from your house to the airport. You have to have a passport, right? You got to be able to put everything without any liquids with you. So there's a lot of rules to use the plane, right? Everybody follows me here? I hope everybody does. Yeah. Okay, good. So since there's a lot of different ways to get from Montreal to Miami, one of them being the plane that we chose, then you got to decide what kind of, what do I need to get on that airplane? Okay. So as you see, there is different ways for you to go ahead and get on that plane. It's the same as a business plan. So if I interpret this to your business, you're going to have to take up a decision and say, okay, well, I want to go from doing, for example, 30 transactions to doing 50 transactions. That's the plan. The plan is to go from 30 to 50. So that's an increase of 20. Now we have to decide, are these 20 going to be buyers or sellers? You're going to need to decide, is it buyers that are going to be the 20 extra people, or sellers, or maybe a mix of both? Will it be buyers and sellers? Maybe, right? So once you decide what kind of mix of buyers or sellers to use to get to your objective, Then you need to break it down and say, how am I going to get those 5 buyers and 15 sellers, for example? Okay, so you're going to have to start working on that. This is what a plan is all about. So first of all, you have a plan on where you're heading. Second, how to get there. Okay, for that, you need to have a budget. You need to understand where you're going in terms of money, in terms of investment, in terms of time, in terms of systems that you're going to put in place. So as a start, your business plan, you got to understand that your business plan is a working document. Can it happen that your 20 transactions end up being more sellers than buyers? Yeah. So is that a working document? Is that something you need to work on? And the answer is yes. So remember, your business plan that you put in place, needs to be a working document. So basically, it needs to be a document that could be changed on monthly or quarterly basis. In my case, in my personal case, what I do is we look at our business plan as a company, for Royal LePage, for your company that you work for. We sit down as a whole management team every 3 months and we look at our business plan and say, what did we accomplish and what haven't we accomplished? What can we accomplish, in the next 3 months? What are we off on? Is there anything that we need to work on? Okay. Is there any solutions that we could provide you as an agent to go ahead and make more transactions? Is there any tools that we need to work on? Is there any services that we need to add? So this is the kind of conversations that we have. This is the kind of conversation you need to have. You as a real estate broker, you're a company by yourself. So that being said, being a company, you're going to need to figure out how to go from A to B. And I'm telling you, once you have that business plan set up, you need to look at it every single month and then compare to yourself to it. So, for example,